Hello, friends. Welcome to Business Learnings. In this video, we will talk about Bajaj Finance. And there has been NBFC crisis for the past 1 2 years, and still Bajaj Finance is unaffected by it. As a matter of fact, it has been performing equally well, growing by 40 50% in the past couple of years, completely unscathed by the NBFC slowdown that is going on. So we will try to understand what are the reasons for the same, and towards the later part of the video, we'll also try to understand if this is the right time to buy this stock, given that it has already reached its all-time high. You know, it's currently trading at more than 4,400 rupees per share. So the first reason that Bajaj Finance is successful is it gives out small retail loans. Why does it matter? See, the NBFC crisis was started when the housing companies, the construction companies, they started defaulting on the loans. So most of the loans were big ticket loans, right? And they were defaulting because people were not buying houses, right? So they cannot even reduce the prices, and that's why the entire crisis happened. Bajaj Finance, the kind of people that it lends to, they are common people. They are retail investors, retail people, consumers like us, and the ticket sizes could go as low as 500 to 1000 to 500 rupees. You buy products on Flipkart, Amazon, and you will have an option to buy it on EMI, zero cost EMI. Just pay 100 rupees for the next 12 months. So who is going to default on that? You do not default on 100 rupees. I understand if the loan size is bigger, taken by builders, 1,000 crore worth of loan. If the sales are not going good, they can default. But if the ticket size is way smaller, the chances of default is way, way, way smaller. And that's why this is reason number one. Reason number two is zero interest. So just think about it. Uh, you pay 500 rupees and buy something on Amazon, or you just pay 100 rupees for the next 5 months without any interest. Won't you go with the second option? Right? You go with the second option because you are saving on the interest, right? And that is what popularizing Bajaj Finance. No, it is not directly giving out those zero interest loans to you. It is tying up with the product companies, and the product companies, they are giving out the eventual discount. Bajaj Finance is still earning, right? So this was reason number two. Third, the fast loans. For NBFC crisis, the loan, not not just the loan sizes were bigger, but the loan durations were also bigger, 5 6 7 years, 30 years. The loan durations were up to 30 years. Think about it. For Bajaj Finance, the loan durations are 1 2 years. So if you have heard about it, the asset liability mismatch was another reason for the failure of the collapse of the NBFC segment. In asset liability mismanagement mismatch, uh, these NBFCs, they were raising money for short term, 6 months, 1 year, and they were lending out for long term. So when uh, these short term depositors, when they asked for money to these NBFCs, they didn't have any because the long term lenders, they had defaulted on long term borrowers, they had defaulted on it. This so shorter duration loans by Bajaj Finance, and it is easy to recover. There is no asset liability mismatch, and the company sustains. So this is another reason, and I'll talk about the fourth reason, which is, as Bajaj Finance is getting more and more successful, a lot of people, a lot of banks, a lot of mutual funds, they are rushing to Bajaj Finance that please accept my money, because understand, these banks, these mutual funds, they do not have any better place to go. Where would they go? They cannot go to DHFL. They know that if they go to DHFL, if they lend money to DHFL is going to default, right? While Bajaj Finance is consistently giving out good performance, and if they give money to Bajaj Finance, this company is not going to default. So everyone is rushing to Bajaj Finance with their money. Please take my money. Even if you just give me small interest, I'm still fine with it, but just keep my money. And this bargaining power, imagine the position that Bajaj Finance is holding. A lot of people, a lot of institutions are coming to Bajaj Finance with money, and therefore it can just give very small interest rates as compared to other NBFCs. And this is the reason that it can raise money at a very low cost, while it is still giving out the loans at the charges of equivalent to what other NBFCs are doing. So this is an autocatalytic process. The better the company becomes, the lower it gives out the interests, and it's better for the company. Another reason, and the most important reason that I want to talk about for Bajaj Finance is, uh, if you follow Ramdev Agarwal from Motilal Oswal, you must have observed that he talks about the management quality. 90% of the stock is determined by the management quality, 9% in the industry, and 1% is everything else. So the management quality of Bajaj Finance is top notch, A star, whatever you want to call it. It's the best among all the peers. The reason that I'm saying it is the best is they identify the provisions, unlike other NBFCs where they do not provision the doubtful accounts. They do not uh, understand it, or they do not identify it well before time. Bajaj Finance does it as soon as it understands that this account is going to be doubtful, and there is going to be difficulties recovering money from this account. It will mark it as doubtful account. It will mark the appropriate amount of provisions, and this transparency, this trust, this is very important. And the entire banking sector, the non even the non-banking financial corporations, the banking sectors, this entire money market, this is hugely driven by trust. If there is trust, money will flow. If there is no trust, money won't flow. And in case of Bajaj Finance, there is a high amount of trust, and that's why money flows. So these are the reasons that Bajaj Finance is still successful. So yesterday it released its earnings. The earnings went up by the net profit went up by 52%. You can just imagine that analysts had predicted just a rise of about 40%, and this 12% unexpected gap, this caused, if you sit down and calculate, it will come out to be about 5.5% of net rise, and that's why the stock rose approximately 5% yesterday. So yes, it's a very good company. Now coming to the later part of uh, of uh, of the video, I want to talk about the valuations. So given the company has a phenomenal track record, given that the earning visibility is quite high, given because Indians are now less and less saving, the savings rate have dropped to about 14%, used to be 30% 1 or 2 decades ago. Now it has dropped to 14%. A lot of Indians are buying things on credit, and that's why there's a lot of growth for this company. Uh, and good companies always trade at premium valuations. You will have to understand that. And Bajaj Finance is no exception. It will always trade at premium valuations. You can keep the stock on your watch list, and whenever you see that its valuations are comfortable based on your costs, based on the returns that you want, the returns that you expect, then you can go ahead and buy it. Personally, I think that at this point in time, I will not go ahead and buy it, although I did buy it a long time ago. It did give me good returns. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hold it for quite several years now. I will hold it for some more years. But at this point in time, uh, personally, I feel that the valuations are too high, and I'll probably wait for some time. Though there could be a set of investors who would want to invest into it right now. So yes, this was my analysis of Bajaj Finance. Thanks a lot for watching. Please put down any questions if you have in the comment box below. Um, Next video will be about IDFC Bank and the why its shares went down by about 5-6% in today's sessions, and whether it is going to be a good investment. Uh, Please subscribe if you do not want to miss that. Thanks a lot for watching.